Hello again. On behalf of Firefly Ministry, I want to welcome you to this week's preview of our message. We do hope that you're having a good and a very blessed week. Now, this week's service is a very, very special one. You see, one Sabbath of each month, our Pathfinder Club is responsible for conducting the services. Ordinarily, that would be the second Sabbath of the month. But because of some scheduling conflicts and the special nature of this week's program, they will be conducting our service this week. We do hope that your plans will include joining us in our sanctuary for this week's worship service. Monday and Tuesday of this week were very, very special to Kim and me. It was early Monday morning that we took a 350-mile drive from Riceville, Tennessee to a small rural community of North Carolina called Tobaccoville. Now, Tobaccoville is a small North Carolina village near the Virginia state line. It has a population of about 3,000. Now, I can assure you that the scenery we saw there was absolutely beautiful. It had the mountain streams and the rolling hills, and of course filled with all the fall colors that this time of year brings. But beautiful as it was, that wasn't the main attraction for us there. We hadn't set out on such a long day's drive just to see the fall colors. After all, we could easily do that from the back deck of our hilltop home in Tennessee. There was something else there far more beautiful and far more special to us. It was family. That's where my sister Donna, or as my dad used to refer to her as Donna Faye, and her husband Tom, along with about a dozen of nieces and nephews and grandnieces and grandnephews live. This brief reunion was a happy occasion for most of us for a couple of reasons. The first and the most obvious reason is that we hadn't seen each other for years. It had been a long time since we had been together as a group. And boy, how had the group changed. There were new children, new family members, new jobs, and even new looks. You know, it's strange how time changes us. And the other reason, the last time some of us had been together was to celebrate the life of my brother, who had just passed away. Now, obviously, that was a very emotionally filled time. But these 2 days were filled with smiles and hugs and memories and questions about old friends and family members and what they were doing now. And of course, there was good food. Great food shared around a large table of love. And then on Tuesday morning, Tom invited me to join him in his 6 a.m. interdenominational Bible study group. Now, this group of men have been meeting together in some fashion or another for over 30 years. There was actually one man there that started attending as a child in the group, and then now he is actually bringing his son to the same breakfast group. Our study for that morning was taken from James, the 4th chapter, verses 1 through 4. In this study, we discussed how important it is as Christians for us to exhibit love to everyone that we come in contact with each day in all of our dealings with each other. Now, on our drive home, Kim and I had a chance to talk a lot about how important family and togetherness is. We also discussed the kinds of influences different groups can have on us. Whether it's a group that we call family or a group of men meeting together to study the Bible. It's in these groups that we form special bonds. And depending on the nature and the purpose of the group, it can produce families, character, experiences, memories, safety, love, and so much more. Each week, the Decatur Pathfinder Club meets and experiences the bonds of godly friendship while learning important life skills. This week, they will share with us what this means to them. Their message is entitled, What Pathfinders Means to Me. Now, in addition to the personal testimonies of several of the members of the club on how Pathfinder activities have impacted them, there'll be a special ceremony to induct new members into the club. We do hope that your plans include joining us in our sanctuary for this Sabbath service. But if you can't do that, please visit with us either on YouTube or Facebook. And until then, have a blessed week.